So if the kid is already, or if these immigrants are already taking care of their parents' basic necessities, why do we need to give them pension? And why many Canadians might not be agreeing to those demands. Very low income seniors, so it is an income tested benefit.
Get that disclosure that you have a foreign income and declare it, otherwise we'll come after you.
So now 10 years are passing and all of these parents all of a sudden realize, no, it's not 10 years now. Refugee and Citizenship Canada, they have made some changes in the sponsorship program. 20% of our federal taxes will be going to all these pensions, and end of the day, as I said, who's going to pay for it?
European or UK, they have a reciprocal agreement with Canada. What is that?
Nathan, ignorance is not defense. If you don't know something, that does not mean that's the fact and that's how it should be.
You mean to say now government is not going to listen them if
these kids are bringing their parents here? They're already taking an undertaking that we will be taking care of basic necessities of our parents. Obviously, Liberal government, current Liberal government, and they were in opposition back and then. Everybody agreed to it. The law got passed in June 2014.
Many of the seniors, they are getting pension back home from their country from where they came in, and then they want a pension here also after 10 years of stay.
Whatever you invest in RRSP, suppose you invest 10,000, now out of that 100,000, I'm not paying taxes right now, but I might have to pay taxes when I retire. So why should I even do it? Anything that you need your money in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, never invest your money.
Because right now you might be earning 100,000 and at the retirement you might be earning 50,000.
Since it is an income tested benefit, many of the seniors, they actually refrain to declare their foreign income in Canada. That is actually one of the major pain points.
We have financial and insurance advisor Mr. Shagun Goel from Beaver Financial with us. Many seniors, those who came after 2014, they are demanding that they should get a pension here in Canada. The sponsored parents, they are demanding that they should get a pension after 10 years. But Government of Canada, they brought a new legislation in 2014 that any parents, grandparents, those who were sponsored after 2014, they will get their pension, means GIS, after 20 years of stay here in Canada. So what are the facts? We'll talk to Mr. Shagun Goel. Mr. Shagun, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on show, Nathan.
Mr. Shagun, you had seen those seniors demanding that they should get their pension after 10 years of stay here in Canada, and for the sponsored parent. How genuine is that demand?
I don't want to say how genuine or how reasonable or unreasonable it is, but I can give you a little bit facts and why many Canadians might not be agreeing to those demands. Now, the problem is, again, just to give you a little bit chronology of it, OAS, that started back in 1952. And GIS actually falls under OAS Act. So, sorry, 1952 it started, so it was going on for about a decade. In 1967, they started a new program called GIS, Guaranteed Income Supplement. Now, this program was actually started for very low income seniors, so it is an income tested benefit. And again, the good part of this is it is tax free. So whatever pension that you are getting from government, there is no tax that you have to pay. And again, as I said, there is an income threshold that you have to meet. So it started back in 67. It was ongoing till 1996 when John Chrétien government came into power. And
that's a Liberal government.
That's the Liberal government that came into power, and that's when they thought, well, when these kids are bringing their parents here, they are already taking an undertaking that we will be taking care of basic necessities of our parents for 10 years. Whatever basic necessities like food, shelter, and
boarding and lodging,
basic
includes,
necessities, they will take care of it for 10 years.
For 10 years.
So if the kid is already, or if these immigrants are already taking care of their parents' basic necessities, why do we need to give them pension? So he stipulated that yes, you will get your old age security and you will get your GIS after 10 years of stay in Canada. Nobody will get it before that. And even after 10 years, if you meet that maximum income threshold, only then you will get it. Now, it was ongoing till 2014. In 2014, IRCC in Refugee and Citizenship Canada, they have made some changes in the sponsorship program. So in 2014, they made a proposal that the sponsorship should be a 20-year sponsorship instead of 10 years. So whoever wants to bring their parents, they now have to take care of their parents for 20 years, their basic necessities. And everybody agreed to that. Then in January 2014, Harper government, they proposed it, and this became law in June 2014. And obviously Liberal government, current Liberal government, and they were in opposition back and then. Everybody agreed to it. The law got passed in June 2014.
So means both governments were on the same page.
Absolutely.
Liberal and conservatives are on the same page, because for last 10 years Liberal government was in power, and it was well known that this is already a law.
Absolutely.
And before that, Harper government, they proposed it, IRCC proposed it.
IRCC made the changes, and that is when government had to make some changes in the OAS Act.
OAS Act, okay.
That is when it got changed, the eligibility for GIs from 10 years to 20 years. So now anybody applying for their parents, their permanent residentship after January 2014, their parents have to wait 20 years, and these parents actually started coming to Canada in 2016. So now 10 years are passing, and all of these parents all of a sudden realize, no, it's not 10 years now, they have to wait another 10 years.
Because they are not aware that they signed, their kids had signed the papers undertaking the oath that we have sponsored them, and for 20 years we will take care of them.
But again, Nitin, ignorance is not defense. If you don't know something, that does not mean that's the fact and that's how it should be. Like tomorrow, if somebody says, well, I just did not know the GIS payment was $1,100, I want $1,500 or $2,000, that doesn't mean government should
So
be giving
you
it.
mean to say now government is not going to listen them if they keep on
I personally
voice?
think government's not going to pay any attention to all these demands, to be honest, because we are already knee down in debt.
Okay, we are into debt.
We are in a huge debt.
Can you explain the debt? How
Well,
much?
debt portion, if you think about it, as this GIS or OAS is actually the true pension, which means they have not deducted anything from your income to pay you this old age security in GIS. It is paid out of the general revenues of federal government. And as of right now, approximately 17% of whatever our federal revenue is, federal taxes are actually not revenue, federal taxes, it is getting paid in these pensions.
Okay, 17%.
17% as of right now. So back in 2023, we had paid about $75 billion in OAS and GIS.
Okay.
And by 2029, this figure will cross 100 billion to 104 billion approximately.
Okay.
So you can well imagine, by the time few years pass, 20% of our federal taxes will be going to all these pensions. And end of the day, as I said, who's going to pay for it? These us Canadians will be paying for all these pensions, and which again is ballooning day by day.
Yeah. So Shagunji, we got many messages after those coverages that many of the seniors, they are getting pension back home from their country from where they came in. And then they want a pension here also after 10 years of stay. That's the reason all the governments previous, liberal or conservatives, they came to this point that let's start their pension after 20 years of stay here.
I'm not sure if that is the reasoning, whether they are getting pension back home, and that's why we change it to 20 years. They changed it because of IRCC's law. Because IRCC wants to bring, if you want to bring your parents, you have to feed them, you have to shelter them for 20 years, and that is when the OAS Act has changed. What you might be referring, since it is an income tested benefit, many of the seniors, they actually refrain to declare their foreign income in Canada. That is actually one of the major pain points. So as per Canadian taxes, you must declare your worldwide income, and that income can be any pension income.
Means you can get pension in both the countries.
Exactly.
But you have to declare it.
You have to declare
You
it.
have to file taxes in your home country and taxes here where you live now.
Exactly, and not only pension, if you have made any assets back home, if you're getting any interest out of that, if you're getting any other income out of your home country, you must declare it in Canada. Although Canadian taxes will also already give you credit since you have paid taxes in your home country, but that doesn't mean you should not declare your taxes. You must declare all your income in Canada, and that's the actually problem, because when you declare all your income in Canada, you surpass that income threshold. So right now the income threshold is about 22,500 for a single person, and for a family it is about 29,700. So if you have foreign pensions coming, foreign interest income coming, foreign other assets or any returns coming, you may cross that 22,500.
Then you will not get your GIC.
You will not get your GIS, and that's why you don't get eligible for that, and many people refrain from declaring.
But is CRA working to get that disclosure that you have a foreign income and declare it, otherwise we'll come after you?
Well, of course, CRA doesn't go and tell everyone. It's in the tax code. You must declare it. It's a general, general thing that you must declare it. And once again, I'm sure CRA might be doing some of their checks and balances where to get all this information. If any of these people get caught, they will have to pay those penalties through their nose as well.
Okay.
So again,
tell us about the reciprocal agreements also, because we have heard that India and Canada don't have a reciprocal agreements, but whereas European or UK, they have a reciprocal agreement with Canada. What is that?
Okay, reciprocal means you give me and I give you. So if I go as a Canadian citizen, if I go to Spain or Portugal today, right, they will accept my residency in Canada for their own pension benefits, and they will honor their own country's pension system to me, because what Canada is doing the same thing to their citizens as well. So if anybody from Spain or Portugal comes to Canada, they will be getting their pension here as well. They recognize their residency and all the taxes they have paid to their government. So that is called a reciprocal agreement.
Okay.
But with India, there is no reciprocal agreement, which means if I go to India as a Canadian citizen, do you really think Indian government will give me any kind of pension? They will not.
No.
So if Indian government or India cannot give me any pensions as a Canadian citizen, why should a Canadian citizen should be paying any pensions to Indian citizens there?
Okay. Shagunji, since tax season is here, so what kind of investment you advise to the people, because they are very scared, investor is scared, and also RRSP season is here. So what is your message on that?
Well, RRSPs, this year's deadline is March 2nd. So anybody who is looking to invest in RRSP, we only got 2-3 weeks left, and after that, you lose that opportunity.
Okay.
And just to explain the basic concept behind RRSP is, it is for me more than a retirement income plan, it is a tax planning tool. And how do you plan taxes around it? Suppose your income is 100,000, now you have to pay income tax on that 100,000. Whatever you invest in RRSP, suppose you invest 10,000, now out of that 100,000, just 90,000 is your taxable income. That 10,000 is not taxable as of right now. In fact, you get a little bit refund, 30% refund, and that 10,000 will keep on growing till you withdraw it or your retirement. And when you withdraw it, that is when you will have to pay tax. So it is not tax forgiven forever, it is just a tax deferral tool. So what is the benefit of doing this RRSP? Because I'm not paying taxes right now, but I might have to pay taxes when I retire. So why should I even do it?
Yeah.
Because the taxes are not forgiven. The assumption is while you are working, your tax bracket might be on a higher side. But when you retire, the possibility is, or assumption is, if your taxable income will be lower, you will be in a lower tax bracket.
Because right now you might be earning 100,000, and at the retirement you might be earning 50,000.
50,000, 60,000. So you might be in a lower tax bracket, and that is when you may have to pay taxes, but on a lower bracket taxes.
Okay. So investment. You are a financial advisor, you are an investment advisor, and we have seen that housing market was in crisis. Those who invested, they suffered a lot. Then people started that invest in gold and silver. Then we had seen in previous weeks that gold market crashed. So what is the assumption? What is your alert and a message to the investors? either to invest gold and silver or don't do, because people are not investing in real estate now?
Well, again, anything you call investment, call investment only if you have duration associated with it.
Okay.
If you are investing money, keep it in mind you have to invest for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, or a longer period of time. Anything that you need your money in 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, never invest your money. Whether it is in gold and silver, whether it is in housing, whether it is in stocks or bonds or funds, do not invest your money if you need your money in short term. And what do I call short term? I would say if you need your money in less than year and a half, don't invest it, just save it, put it in GICs, because anything can happen in short term. Like we had seen in gold and silver, just probably 2 weeks before, everybody was going gaga about gold and silver, that I want to buy gold and silver, and then silver crashed 40% all of a sudden overnight in 3 minutes.
And what is the reason crashing silver?
Well, there are many reasons for it. Again, if I come to gold, gold had surged because of the uncertainty around all those global events, including whatever Trump has done with the global policy and everything. So people or all these governments, they have started buying gold in huge quantities. Before 2021, I think, governments, all these big governments, they buy gold. The gold buying was only 400 tons a year. But since 2022, as of right now, the gold buying for all these governments have surged more than 1,000 tons. So when there is more buying, more demand and market, so people are buying more and more. The cost of gold has surged. And again, even today, gold has came down, but it did not came down too much. It is probably 10% down, which is not a very big amount. I'm calling it a correction. It's not even a crash. On the other end, silver is a different thing. Silver is not an investment metal. Unlike gold, silver can be an investment and industrial metal as well. Now, what is happening with silver and why it is surging? Most of it, the use of silver has increased industrially very high, especially in EVs. If you have heard, probably Samsung and BMW, they had created a battery which takes about half a kilo to 1 kilo of silver in their batteries. And why they choose silver? Because silver is the best conductor of electricity in the whole periodic table.
In Canada, those batteries will be easily stolen because they have the silvers, because we know here everything gets stolen from the malls, from the vehicles. Now the batteries have a silver, as you are saying.
Well, unfortunately, that's a reality right now in Canada.
Because we had seen the converters in the vehicles, they were getting stolen.
Yes.
So why not the silver batteries?
Exactly. So those catalytic converters, because we came to that idea, it uses lot of platinum and palladium. And that is why they stole these converters.
So now if batteries have the silver in it, you said it's a big quantity.
It's a big quantity, half a kilo to 1 kg.
Half a kilo silver?
Minimum half a kg to 1 kg of silver in those.
So just steal the battery and you are good.
Well, unfortunately, I don't want to say that. I don't know what our politicians are doing here, but that's unfortunate truth about
that's the hard truth. And before we let you go, if someone needs insurance or investment advice, where they can reach you?
They can reach me at 416-270-1234.
And any website?
beaverfinancial.ca.
Thank you, Shaganji.
Thanks again for having me.